Yesterday we had you at a Christmas market. Today, again, it looks like you're standing outside a Christmas celebration. It looks like Poland is a country that's not afraid to show its Christian cultural heritage.
You know what? When we were looking for a location to Skype you, because we are in Gliwice, we just attended a CFACT presentation by our friend Mark Morano, but we were looking for someplace interesting and sort of Christmassy and sort of representative of Polish culture. And we had a hard time narrowing it because there's really just so much. Christmas is everywhere. Catholicism is everywhere. And it's not something that you normally see in the Western world anymore.
Yeah, it's funny because, of course, Poland, first they suffered at the hand of Hitler and the Nazis, who was hostile to the Catholic Church. And then, of course, Soviet domination for 2 generations, where they tried to eradicate religion altogether. I mean, the Marxist idea of religion is the opiate of the masses, get rid of it, only love the state and the party. So the lights were dimmed for, what, 70, not quite 70 years, they're 50, 60 years for sure. And I think it came roaring back partly with Pope John Paul II, who himself, of course, is Polish. And I think, and this is my theory, Sheila, respond to this, I think that when you've had your religious freedom taken away from you for 50, 60 years, and you get it back, you want to use it, you don't take it for granted, you don't throw it away lightly. That's my theory about the Poles and Christianity.
You know, freedom is a muscle, right? So, you know, when you get a chance to flex it, it just makes it stronger. You know what? We saw the same thing on the prairies with the Ukrainian settlers. They came and the first thing they did after building a shelter was build a church. And, you know, right here on the street that we're on, within 2 blocks of each other are these massive churches. Right to my left, right here is the Church of St. Barbara. And 2 blocks back behind me is the Cathedral of St. Peter and St. Paul. And they are massive churches. There's people in them right now. People are really proud of their Catholic heritage here, and you can see it everywhere.
You know, I want to talk to you about global warming and the UN conference, and you mentioned you were at a coal event with CFACT. That's sort of the mothership group behind Mark Morano's ClimateDepot.com. I do want to talk to you about that because, of course, that's why we sent you to Poland. But we also said, look, while you're in Poland, there's a lot of other stories there. And, you know, David was in Morocco talking about the migration pact. Poland has looked at Western Europe, looked at Angela Merkel in Germany, looked at France, and the mass migration, not just of any sort, but the Islamification of those countries because of the character of the migration. Countless Turkish migrants to Germany, of course, Syrian migrants and African Muslim migrants in Germany and France. That has changed the cultural character of Western Europe. And I should tell you, even here in Canada, I just see in the papers today that the #1 new baby name for boys in Mississauga is Mohammed. So that's even in Canada, the #1 baby name for boys in Mohammed is Mohammed. I think Poland is saying, okay, we observe what the West is doing, we want a different path.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And I think a lot of it does go back to that the Soviet rule here. For so long, their culture was meant to be absorbed by the Soviet Union. And now that the Soviet Union has fallen, especially because of Poland and the Solidarity movement, they're not having their culture be threatened or erased by outside forces. Before it was the Soviet Union, now it's the United Nations.
That's an excerpt from my daily show, The Ezra Levant Show, weekdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Every day I do a monologue, interview a guest, and read my fan mail and my hate mail. To subscribe, go to therebel.media/shows.